week. And I'm going to explain to you guys her struggle and what made a big difference as to how she was able to get all these deals done with zero cold calls, y'all. All right. But before I get started, if this is your first time watching my channel, please like this video, save it, subscribe. It helps me. I get to make more videos when you guys subscribe. So it kind of works hand in hand. And I get to give you guys free advice. I get to help you guys make money online. So one of my new people who joined my academy not too long ago, she was struggling. Okay, so she was struggling trying to figure out how unclaimed funds work. You know, she bought course after course after course. Everybody teaches it a little bit different. And I'm not saying that one way is better than another, other than mine's the best. But, you know, it really does. It depends on the individual. It depends on the person and what you're comfortable with and what works for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down and dissect what she did wrong and how she was able to close 7 deals in 1 week. And this is like something that anybody can do. Number one, she was doing the old approach. This is the approach that I learned when I first started Unclaimed Funds. You know, my first mentor, what they taught me was basically, you know, get on the phone. Like, well, number one, skip trace, make a list of 100 prospects. And then you need to dial and call every single person at least 10 times. Like, no joke. My mentor told me, call every lead. I have 100 leads. Call every lead at least 10 times. So you guys can imagine I'm making like over 1,000 phone calls a week, just trying to get people to answer the phone. And some people answered, most people didn't. And when I did get them on the phone, most people weren't going for what I was offering. And then for the ones who did go, you know, like sometimes deals would fall apart. Sometimes they would end up ghosting you when you get things started. There was a lot. I was getting burnt out and frustrated, right? And then when you do close a deal, then you have to wait, right? You have to wait to get paid. So there was a lot of things that went into it that was driving me freaking nuts. But I learned, right? You learn from mistakes, you learn from outdated processes, and then you evolve. And that's exactly what I did. So I teach in my program, in my academy, I teach people how to do 0 cold calls, and you can close deals all day long. So this is what she did. She literally followed my process. She followed my process to the T. And I always tell people, if you're brand new to unclaimed funds, you got a couple different avenues. You can do tax overages, you can do state funds, bankruptcies, mortgages. I like state funds, not just for beginners, but for most people, right? Especially if you're a busy parent like myself. I'm very busy with my kids. I'm a soccer coach. I take my kids to all their music practices, sports, all kinds of. Matter of fact, I'm sitting outside my kids' summer camp right now. But I chose to be an entrepreneur because it gives me that flexibility to do these types of things. So anyway, state funds, you can help 1 out of 7 people you encounter. Let me see if I can grab you guys. I want to show you guys my business card because you guys can copy this. Matter of fact, I want you to copy my business card. Let me see if I brought my business card. I didn't even plan to talk about this, but if I have it, you guys can definitely take it because I make sure that everyone who I come across and I encounter, I give them my business card. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Dun, dun, dun. And they take my business card and I make it like, to where people get intrigued. Like they're like, "Whoa, what do you do? What is this thing that you're into?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm an unclaimed funds investigator. Here's my card. Let me know if I can help you." So check this out. Right there, like that. Right? And you can see it's got like the texture and stuff. I got it made at Vistaprint. And then on the back right there, you guys can see, I got all this information, but basically people get a hold of me. But I talk to everybody because you guys know with state funds, most people are owed money and they have no freaking clue. So if they have no clue that they're owed money, what do? You help them. You tell them where the money's at. You establish rapport in person. Isn't it better that someone you're talking to that you've ever met and you actually felt their energy? Isn't it better to do business with someone like that than versus a cold call? I hung up on 15 phone calls in the last 2 days. I don't like spam calls and I don't like people calling me who don't know me, offering me services. It's annoying. I'm busy. Most people are. And so you guys got to understand when you guys are doing this, you guys want to do state funds because you can help just about anybody. And so as a complete beginner or someone who doesn't have time to chase people and try to convince them to let you work with them, you can attract people to come to you. When I get people my pitch and I give them my card, then they take this nice fancy card and then they get a hold of me. They go check out my website. They check out what I do and they're like, "Oh yeah, I want to do business." And now they're chasing me. Now they're trying to get on my time. And I get to decide after they fill out the form that's on my website, I get to decide if I want to work with them. And then also because it's the no cold call strategy. I do the attraction model. I also find prospects who are close to my inner circle, whether if I know them personally or not. As long as I have a mutual connection, then I can actually research, see if they have money. And if they do have money, I get to let them know. And I also get to let them know how they know me. Oh, you know me through this person. So there's many ways you guys can do this, but this is what my client did. She started working with people who she's familiar with. She went and she got her card made, okay? She went and she just talked to people. I said, give yourself as many opportunities to speak in front of a crowd as you possibly can. Well, she did. And she had 7 people in 1 week say, we want to work with you. All 7 people, well, I think she had a little bit more, but 7 out of the people who she approached, they all had money out there. So guess what? She got to close deals with all 7 people. She's like, Joe, she's like, I closed 7 deals. What's next? And I'm like, keep closing deals. If you close 7 people in the last week, since me and her talked, because we had like a little come to Jesus, right? We were talking and I was like, don't give up. You got this. You can make this happen. I gave her some advice. I showed her what I do. And then, so what did she do? She went out there. She mimicked exactly what I told her. She made money, y'all. She went out there and got paid. And not only that, she became an affiliate with my academy. So guess what? While she's waiting for those government checks to come to her, if she refers any of her friends and families to join my academy, well, guess what? She gets 50% of my profits. She gets to take that money. That's hers. So she gets paid through that. She gets paid just by talking about her business, which every business owner needs to do. If you're not telling everybody under the sun that you are an unclaimed funds investigator or unclaimed funds hero, whatever title you've given yourself, then you're doing it wrong. Because this is a business, okay? Whether if you created a corporation or not, doesn't matter. You need to get your mind in the right space that I am running a business. I need to make money. I need to be my biggest advocate. I need to be my number one ally when it comes to this business and talk to everybody from like city officials to city leaders, all the way down to the next door neighbor. Just like saying, hey, this is what I do. You know what? If you know anyone who wants to find out if they have money and they want me to search in no cost, give them my card. All right. How do I make money? It's really cool. The state pays me. The county pays me, whoever, right? Whatever, unclaimed fund strategy you're using, just let them know, like, look, they pay me, and then you basically get paid by them because you're going to get a percentage of whatever they're holding. But I don't charge my customers out of pocket anything because they don't deserve to have keep paying people to do them a service. That's it, guys. That's the play. I'm telling you guys right now, all you need to do is go to the description in this video. Join my academy. And if you don't want to join my academy, that's all good. You guys can watch my free training. I even put together free training for people who just aren't ready to start a real legitimate business yet. You guys can at least get started and get the momentum going through my free training. And when you're ready to have a real legitimate business where you guys are making money through business grants, you guys are making money through unclaimed funds, you guys are making money multiple ways with one business, I got you. I got you covered. But until then, guys, I got to go get my kiddo from summer camp. It is like 3 o'clock. This is when I cut my day off for the day. I'm done working. I'm ready to go hang out with my kiddos. I hope you guys have a great freaking week. I will talk to you guys soon.